We're live. We're live. We're live. Like. We do got a topic today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you guys doing? There's a thought, a concept that we've explored, but not quite like this.
Okay.
We move closer to whatever it is that we fear.
We move closer to the things that we fear?
Yes. We move towards what we fear.
Because we talk about because we think about them all the time.
Same thing we talk about when we talk about worry. When you constantly worry about a thing, you bring it about. When you're worrying about a thing, you bring it about, or you move closer to it.
We're going to talk about that back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. We are here today to talk about you and us and everybody else who has ever felt this way. So, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What keeps you up? What is it that you are focusing on when you should be focusing on your goals or your success or your desires to drive after a particular thing? What are you afraid of? We're going to discuss the different elements and importance of why these things are holding you back. Why, they are keeping you bound, and what can you do to disengage from that? What are you afraid of? We know that you're looking forward to the Wisdom Wednesday submission. We have it in hand. We're looking forward to seeing it ourselves as well. But you know what? This thought has actually come up consistently because as we strive to make our goals and as we strive to go forward to achieve something, there might be certain things that seem to come up consistently.
That hold you back. My coffee pot wasn't working. I had to fix it. Yeah, the things that hold us back. A lot of times we're afraid to talk to that person or to go to that place or to submit that request or submit that application because we're afraid of it. We're afraid that if we do, we'll get rejected. And that unfounded fear holds us back very often.
Absolutely. Good morning, Dr. Deborah. Thank you for joining us this morning.
So,
good morning, Brother Mark. Thank you.
And we're going to ask the basic question today is, what are you afraid of? If you're not in the current place of life or not doing the thing or not moving towards the thing or not taking steps to live your life the way you imagined it, the question is, what are you afraid of?
What? Absolutely. I actually consider this when I'm goal setting with the client.
We attract what it is that we fear. That's where I was going with that. We attracted what we fear. You saying, baby?
Often go into that when I'm dealing with goal setting with a client, because part of the time when they're looking to set a goal, they do one or two things. They set it too high, or they don't set it high enough. And actually, both of those things are oftentimes for the same reason.
Exactly. What happens is, don't let it throw you.
They're happening for the same reason. Go ahead.
Those things, setting the goals too high or not high enough, or starting in a manic way or not starting at all. Fear of success, fear of failure. Perfectionism, trying to get everything right before we get started. Get all my ducks in a row. kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfectionism, which is manifested as a fear of success. So what I want to do, we can go all around this thing esoterically if you like, but I would rather keep it more basic and focus on, so what is it that you're afraid of?
How do you focus on that?
I want to. Like, what is it that's keeping you from living your life imagined? What are you afraid of would happen if you did the steps that it would take? What are you afraid of? Because we attract what we fear.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thought. We're attracting if you have a fear of poverty, we attract it. Poverty. When we fear poverty, we attract poverty.
Consistently.
Yeah.
We do.
That's my thought.
Unfortunately, that's your thought, but you keep making your thought and then leaving us in just sitting here while you eat.
Because I have a cold. And at some point, this sausage and toast will be done.
How about letting it be done after the show?
I want to eat my breakfast before the show, but I had to run to the store today because we didn't have anything for breakfast in the house.
Help me here. Help me here. What are you afraid of?
Here's what you do. You carry on when I'm eating.
No, I can't because I don't know where you're going.
Go where you're going.
I can't do that because as soon as I start going there, you decide we're going somewhere else in the middle of one of your pauses.
This is probably the first time it's happened, right?
This morning, we are just going to make it do what it do. One of the things that I'm afraid of him having a plate of food in the middle of the show.
If you'll notice, I have less food right now than I had before the show started. Not only do I bring myself breakfast, I brought you breakfast too.
I know, and I'm choosing not to eat it right now.
You're going to let your breakfast get cold.
It'll be freezing because both of us cannot have conversation with Dr. Deborah, Brother Mark, and the rest of our viewing audience consistently while we are in the middle of eating.
See, I understand why you would say that.
Okay.
But I've seen people go out to breakfast before, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've been out to breakfast. And we eat our breakfast and maintain a conversation while we're eating.
No.
Matter of fact, I would even submit there are millions of people right now having breakfast and having a conversation at the same time with the people that they're sitting across. It's possible to do. You can have conversations while having breakfast. And people that are there, they understand we're at breakfast. We can have our conversation. I've had business meetings over breakfast. You have too. So instead of belaboring this point and spending all this time complaining about me eating breakfast, let's do a show.
I can't with you. We're going to go to commercial and we'll be back in a moment. We are grateful that you're still here with us this morning. Good morning, Miss Phyllis. Miss Phyllis is here. Thank you for joining us this morning with Let's Talk About It with the Empowerment Duo. Brian and I are discussing the topic of the day. So, what are you afraid of?
What are you afraid of? You know, did you ever have a bully? Someone that picked on you before? And you either dealt with that bully or you didn't. Let's say you did this particular time. Once you dealt with the bully, was a bully for you because you were afraid of the bully. You're afraid of what the bully might do. The bully might beat you up. The bully might take your money. The bully might make fun of you, have other people laugh at you. That's what the bully does. But if the time comes when you confront the bully, when you confront the thing that you're afraid of,
then what happens?
On the other side of that confrontation, you no longer have a bully.
Amen.
The bully's gone because you dealt with the thing that you were afraid of. If you're afraid of saving money, learn how to save money, and you're dealing with that bully. If money's a bully of yours, learn about money.
We're glad you're here with us, watching from your physical therapy today, Miss Phyllis. Thank you so much. I hope that I hope you had a good morning and a good evening yesterday. Terrific Tuesday was phenomenal. We had a fantastic day, and we are looking forward to this Wisdom Wednesday segment, which will be coming up in just a couple of minutes. Good
6
morning,
minutes.
Cynthia. Good
Cynthia
morning,
getting to be a regular.
Shirley. Yeah, Cynthia's getting here. Because she wanted to see her new reel. I don't know if she was on. We may have to play
We've
it
already
again.
played it, Cynthia. We can play it again though.
Absolutely.
Good morning, Sister Shirley. How you doing? And it's probably better that Cynthia was not here early because you saw Lisa tripping.
I was fighting with Brian because he insists on eating during the broadcast.
Like I said.
Dr. Deborah, help me. That's right. Today is Wisdom Wednesday. We are looking forward to Brother Mark Greer's segment in just 6 minutes. 6 minutes, Dougie Fresh, you're on. On.
These folks are too young. They don't know about Dougie Fresh.
I know Miss Phyllis knows Dougie Fresh. So
Dr.
you don't even,
Deborah,
I know
right?
Dr. Deborah knows Dougie Fresh. I know Cynthia B. Moore knows Dougie Fresh.
Is Cynthia old enough to know about Dougie Fresh?
We are grown people. All of us are grown-ups on this show.
Okay. I don't know if Cynthia's old enough.
Cynthia said, got me laughing. We love you. We love that you're here with us. We're grateful that you took time out this morning. So what are you afraid of? Now, we're talking about the fact that sometimes what you're afraid of can manifest itself because it's what you constantly fixate on.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Deborah says, Brian, you got that sausage looking good. You making that sausage look good.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to know the rule, the tenet of eating in front of people is either you have enough for everyone or you don't. Thank you, baby.
Put in trash.
Oh.
Now, my breakfast is complete. Anything else you got to say about my breakfast?
No, other than I'm happy your breakfast is complete.
Acting like this is the first time I had breakfast on the show. So, if you know we're going to talk about what you fear. We attract what we fear. That's my thought today. But I got me on this thing. I don't think a lot of you guys know who Dougie Fresh is because you're not old enough.
You could go to Dougie Fresh instead of me.
And if you know Dougie Fresh, do you know who a guy named Slick Rick is?
Excuse me, Dougie Fresh.
Okay, good. That's an example of Slicky Rick. Okay.
Slick Rick.
Keep it out while I tell you like this. A fresh little story, be sure you don't miss. It's the truth for ya. A scoop for ya. I can go on for days about this girl named Latoya. We needed somebody on here named Latoya, so I can do that for her greeting song. That would be awesome. If we had a greeting song for Latoya like that, that would be amazing.
I'll just sit here because I have no idea where this morning's show is
Stop
going.
confessing that.
All
Stop
right.
it.
I do know.
Eat your breakfast.
And
I can do the show.
Shirley says, I know Dougie Fresh. I know you know Dougie Fresh.
All right.
Michelle.
I just thought I want to have a conversation about we're attracting what we fear. And I think we can kill that fear or kill that attraction of fear by learning about a thing. Whatever it is that we're afraid of, if we learned about it. For example, a child, okay, I know I know Slick Rick too.
That's right.
A child who's smaller or not as strong as some of the other kids, their parents might put them in karate classes. Why? Because the karate classes will give that child the confidence that they need.
To defend
right.
themselves.
They're afraid of fighting, but once they get a coach and a trainer and some exercises and some discipline and some tactics, some moves. Once they learn some moves, that child becomes confident.
Amen.
You watch the Karate Kid 1, 2, and 3. You watch the series. You watch Cobra Kai.
Yeah, Cobra Kai was good. Good morning, Craig. Craig says, good morning, everyone. Let's have a blessed day on purpose and enjoy it to the fullest. I'm going to replay Cynthia's commercial real quick right now.
Well, 1 second. I want to finish my point. Okay, but when that child takes these karate lessons and they go graduate, they go from their white belt to the yellow belt to the brown belt to the green belt to the black belt, all that kind of stuff, they get more confident in their ability to do correct, to defend themselves.
Absolutely.
Whatever it is that you're afraid. For example, if you're afraid of selling, and you get a coach and he teaches you some stuff about how to sell and some concepts and some tactics and some moves about selling, then you become more confident in your ability to sell.
Absolutely.
It could be selling, it could be public speaking. If you're not afraid of public speaking, you get a coach and you learn some moves, you learn some openings, some closings, some few stories interspersed in there. I use some voice inflection. You get confident in your ability to do that. Absolutely. And my point is, we kill fear by learning about it.
Absolutely. Dr. Deborah has admitted to it. You got me thinking, why have I not yet started my new show? That's a good question. We're going to be right back in a moment. I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right, it is now 9:15. And what we've come to do each Wednesday at 9:15, we have a submission from Mr. Mark Greer, who's an inspirational speaker. And we don't always know what he's going to say, but we do know it's going to be dynamic.
Absolutely.
So join us as we absorb and feast on this week's edition of Wisdom Wednesday by Brother Mark Greer.
Absolutely. I'll get it started.
Dual family, welcome to this edition of Wisdom Wednesday. I am Mark Greer. My message to you this morning is comprised of three simple questions. Question number one: when you look into the mirror, who do you see? One more time. When you look into the mirror, who do you see? You see, a lot of people will go through their lives searching, trying to be something or someone, only to get to the end of their lives and never accomplish anything because they failed to realize the only person they were ever going to be on this planet is themselves, and their job, their duty, their obligation was to be the best version of themselves that they could possibly be. Question number two: when you see that person in the mirror, what do you say to them? One more time. When you see that person in the mirror, what is it that you say to them? I'm specifically talking about your self-talk. What is it that you say to that person looking at you in the mirror? Do you speak words that are uplifting and motivational, words of power? Or do you fall prey to societal pressures and speak words of negativity? Words like, you were stupid to make that mistake. You can't. You're not even worth trying. You see, you have to be careful, because if you're not careful, your self-talk becomes your real talk. And your real talk eventually becomes your habitual talk. And if your talk becomes habitual, it in essence becomes your way of life. And if it becomes your way of life, your destiny is already predetermined that you will never reach your full potential, because you've gone down that negative road that you started by speaking those words of negativity. Question number three: when you turn away from that person in the mirror, what do you remember? Do you remember that person was not good enough? Do you remember that person was not smart enough? Do you remember that person was not capable enough? Or do you remember that person you just turned away from holds the key to your future? That person you just turned away from is full of gifts and talents that the world has not seen. Do you remember the person you turned away from was sent here by a God himself that said, there is something in the world that I put out here for you, and I want you to claim it, and I want you to go get it. And I put you in this spot so that you can do just that. The person you turned away from, are they your harshest critic, or are they your biggest cheerleader? Because if it is the latter, if the person that you turned away from is your biggest cheerleader, then that is the one person you need on your side to accomplish whatever it is that you want to do. Those three questions have a purpose, and that purpose is simple. If you don't know who you are when you look into the mirror, how can you determine whatever you're going to be? You see, the further you get away from who you truly are, not what someone else wants you to be, but who you truly are, the more difficult your life is going to be. It won't be peaceful. It'll be full of turmoil because you're running from you. Embrace who you are because there is no one else out here like you. The second question about your self talk: speak words that uplift you, that move you, that inspire you, that lets the world know there is something special inside that person. And I don't know what it is, but I want a piece of it. Because by speaking words of inspiration, of motivation, words that move and uplift, other people want to experience you because there is a vibe you bring with you. So that when you do turn away from that person in the mirror, the one thing you remember about that individual is that they are special. And at the end of the day, that's exactly what all of you are: special. And that is the feeling, the message, the self talk, the belief that you need to take with you throughout your day, not just today, but every day. Because that, at the end of the day, is what the world is craving: someone special, someone like you. Parma Duo family, that is my message for you today. As always, you know, stay blessed, be a blessing, and we'll talk to you again soon. Peace.
Thank you. We're
You
back.
missed all I said?
Say it again.
What I said was, wow.
Wow.
Thank you, Mark Greer, for that sober and real presentation. You asked some questions that need to be asked and answered by all of us. And it's a beautiful thing that you just did today. That was inspiring to me.
Absolutely. Good morning, Katura. Thank you for being our co-producer in the background, because I didn't see that I had left that on. Amen. But I'm telling you, when I think about that, when I think about the fears, when I think about what are you afraid of, forgetting who you are, is something that is a fear that I've realized from time to time.
And people will do that. Adults will often, not just from time, they will often forget how great they really are.
Yeah.
They need reminders how great they are. We're gonna catch up the comments. Dr. Deborah Dunstan says, "Man, you got me thinking. Why have I not yet started my new show?"
Absolutely.
Shirley Dejanette Wyatt says,
"I'm never afraid of selling. I was afraid of public speaking, but not anymore. I know I have to speak in order to talk about my business."
That's
Amen.
right. Sister Stephanie Morris says,
"Yay, Brother Mark. Glad I made it in time." Amen.
Cynthia said, "Just ran to show video to my office mate. She said, cool, you outdid yourself, Lisa."
Amen. Amen. Stephanie says, "Hello, beautiful," is what I say when you're looking in the mirror.
That's the question.
Hello, beautiful.
Hello.
Amen.
Hello, beautiful. That's what Stephanie Morris says. That's a good thing to say to yourself. Let yourself hear you say that.
Absolutely.
Dr. Beverly says, "Good morning to my beautiful family."
Good morning to you, my dear.
Dr. Deborah
says, "Great
okay
questions, Brother Mark." Sister Shirley, amen. Mark Greer, amen. Amen. Dr. Deborah says, when she looks in the mirror, she says, I am blessed and highly favored. Amen.
Dr. Beverly says, "Afraid of, thinking more, tired of rejection." Scroll, baby.
Thinking more, tired of rejection. Amen. Amen,
Couture
Brother
says,
Mark.
Amen, Mark. Shirley says, "I am special." That's right. That's right. Oh my gosh. I've said it on the show a few times before. When I was an over the road salesperson, I had this cassette called "What Do You Say When You Talk to Yourself?"
Yeah.
And I had the book too by a guy named Shad Helmstetter, Shad, Shad Helmstetter. What do you say when you talk to yourself? Now, in the tape series, the last tape, side 12 of it started like this, was encouraging. But the whole thing started like this. The first thing, when you put that tape in, the first thing he says, "You are incredible." And I'm talking about you. Yes, you. You've got what it takes and you are going for it. And if stuff like that, I probably wore that tape out. I let my tape rock till my tape pop.
I used to have my virtual admin call me up 3 times a day and say, "You are amazing," because it's necessary to have that energy infused, that reminder. And honestly, like I think I shared before, they had different admins call because it was part of a service, but they had to say the same thing. And every time they called to say it, they smiled.
Yeah, it made them feel good.
Absolutely.
To say something good about you. Mark gave us 3 sober questions. Who do you see when you look at yourself in the mirror? And what do you say about that person? And then when you leave the mirror, what do you remember about that? What? Come on, man. Mark Greer, those are beautiful words, and thank you.
Absolutely.
Today's topic was we attract what we fear. And Mark's message, I promise you, we don't coordinate them.
Nope, not at all.
But so often they fit.
Absolutely. We're going to play your commercial a little bit earlier. We're going to go right back to it. Back in a moment. Woohoo! We love and appreciate all of those who have purchased the book. 932, 9 most important words, 3 most important questions, and 2 most important skills.
Now, the person that wrote that book is actually a sales coach. I had a call from a message from a guy yesterday on LinkedIn. He's also a sales coach, and he likes my stuff a lot, and I like him too as a person. And he says, "Brian, I did a search on LinkedIn for sales coach, and you don't come up to the 8th page." I'm like, "Really?" He goes, "Yes." And he says, "Almost none of the people that come up have skin tones like us under sales coach on LinkedIn." I was like, "Huh." So I looked at it, and what I learned and looking at it and learned was, and there were people ahead of me that were looking for jobs in sales. They were still ranked higher. They were looking for sales jobs. And the first name up there was a sales coach, but he had like 2 reviews and, not much going on there. I was like, why are these people ranked higher than me? And I did my research this morning. Turns out I had listed myself as the sales confidence coach. Okay. Adding the word confidence in that place where I put it was lowering my ranking on LinkedIn. So I just changed it. So the first part of it is sales coach. Then I have the bar break, and then I put sales confidence coach and the bar break and the best sales speaker. So that will change my rankings just by that little thing. Now, the reason why I highlighted that today is that I wanted to rank higher, but I didn't know I was ranked so low until someone pointed out to me. Someone showed me another way. I learned another way. And learning is what I believe is what we got to do to kill or conquer the things that we fear.
Absolutely. Craig says, "I'm a little afraid of selling sometimes. I close everything up inside because at times I'm not happy. I think about where I came
from, and how much I accomplished in life, and where I see myself going. Now I tell myself, Craig, your family didn't leave you alone. They all left a part inside of you. So when I'm alone, I could do great things. Now go out and show the world why you're the greatest."
Amen.
Well, here's another thing that happens to salespeople, Craig, and I understand salespeople greater than anything else. because I spent most of my life working with salespeople. And a lot of times salespeople, if they don't bring in new content, a new lesson, a new workshop, what happens is the stuff that they have in their head starts to get stale. Okay, and it's an easy fix. Read a book, take a class, go to a workshop, something like that. That will spark you because you have a lot of stuff already. Okay,
Absolutely.
You're way ahead of the game already. You're way ahead, but you need some new toys to play with. That's all it is.
Absolutely. And we were able to read through the mistyping.
And we all mistype.
Absolutely.
I sent a message this morning. I was embarrassing to myself because I never make this mistake. I said something like, what you're looking for is over there, and da 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 da. And I spelled there, THEIR. And I know better than that. That's the possessive there. So then I saw it. I hope they didn't get a chance to read the response yet. And then I wrote a retraction. I meant the THER there, not THIER there. That's a simple mistake that anybody can make, but I thought I was better than that. But why would I think I'm better than that? I can make a mistake like anybody else.
Homonyms. I don't even know how much they teach that in school anymore.
Homonym. But you know, I saw a lady. I thought it was hilarious. It was a Facebook post. People shared it around. This lady's like, my 6-year-old son knows the proper way to use there, and there's a lot of adults that don't know how to do that. And she put the wrong there when she says there's a lot of adults that don't know how to do that. And I thought it was hilarious.
You know, there's so much about misclassifying yourself because of current situations.
Ooh, go there.
So much that when you look at yourself only focusing on that moment instead of focusing on the body of your accomplishments, it's easy to be misclassified in both ways, to be overclassified or underclassified. I remember the saying, the saying that don't get high on your own supply. The press and everything that you put out on yourself, don't get high on your own. Don't believe all of that hype. But at the same token,
that's Boogie Down Productions.
When you're underclassified, when you're feeling underclassified, like for example, just that phone call yesterday could have been taken the wrong way from the person who said, you're showing up on the 8th page or whatever. That was just technique. Mm-hmm. That word did not change who he is.
Right.
It did not change his ranking or his ability. Amen. What to say to yourself?
What to say when you when you talk to yourself is only 79 cents on Amazon. Yeah. It's only 79 cents on Amazon. Thank you, Shirley.
Understanding that if you get to remember the reasons why you've accomplished X, Y, and Z, you put forth perseverance, you put forth tenacity, you got assistance, you got someone with a particular skill to take you in a particular direction. All of those things are important about properly classifying who and what you are.
Amen. Shirley, thank you for posting that. First off, I love the post because how would she know that it's 79 cents? How would she know that? She heard the name of it. It sparked something within her, and she decided to go to Amazon, find it, and discover it. And then when she discovered something, she decided to come on back and share that with her Empowered Duo family. Thank you, Sister Shirley. Shirley, that demonstrates another doer. Shirley DeJarnette Wyatt is a doer.
Understanding that the value of who and what you are is all relative. It's relative to the objective that you're attempting to accomplish. If you're attempting to make the next step to your success, it is best to focus on what that ultimate objective is. Is this going to take me closer to my goal, or is this going to be a distraction? Understanding that, remembering where you came from and how far you've come from there is almost more importantly than remembering where you just came from and something that you may have missed. understanding that entire picture is going to be what keeps you. Good morning, Sister Barbara. Sister Barbara says, I do apologize for the sign on in Empowerment Duo. Amen. We're glad you're here. Sister Shirley says, God has brought all of us together for a reason.
Sister Shirley, I thank you for saying that. I had a thought this morning. If Lisa and I stopped doing this show, like today, if this is our last show, who would be impacted? Who would be impacted? I mean, because everybody would go on with their lives, right? We'd all go on with our lives.
Yeah.
I had that thought, and I decided we're going to keep the show going. We're not going to quit the show. We're going to keep it going. But I had the thought this morning.
I want to go ahead and do the card for the day before we take Brother Mark's comments there. Brother Craig, I hope that you're still here. The thought for today is coming from the 101 Blessings to Uplift Your Day and Your Soul. The statement for the day is, you are one of God's best creations.
What? Say that. You got to read it again. Slow.
You are one of God's best creations.
And that's a true statement.
Absolutely.
You are one of God's best creations.
Absolutely. And the decree for you today is, the God of peace be with you. That's Romans 15:33.
The God of peace
be with you.
You are one of God's best creations.
Amen.
Dr.
Deborah says, I will be impacted. Amen. Amen.
Mark Greer submits, everything starts with self. What you see in yourself, what you believe in yourself, what you say to yourself. Keep it positive. Keep it purposeful. Keep it powerful. There is a tremendous amount of amazing in YOU.
Amen. Amen.
I think I hit that one today. I was happier with that version of Mark.
Sister Barbara, it's your anniversary. Was I at that wedding? I know I knew you at that time. I was going to say
Barbara.
Sister Barbara says it's Dexter. It's her husband Dex. And my 17th anniversary.
Congratulations to you both. 17 years married is a wonderful, beautiful thing. You've learned some things about each other in 17 years. Congratulations to you both.
Amen.
Barbara also says, yes, I love it, Mark.
Amen.
Craig said,
I will come down to North Carolina and slow singing and flower bringing. Not Felisa though, in the show and see what happens.
Slow singing and flower. He's talking about a funeral. We're going to kill somebody.
We appreciate that.
We don't want that to happen. Oh, no.
Hit those likes. I know you got married at Bible study, but I think I was there, or at least I knew you guys at that time. I knew them before they got married, but I didn't. I know I knew them before they got married, but I also know that there was a long time that Barbara and Dexter knew each other, but Barbara was taking care of some other stuff in life.
Juggling her other men?
No.
Okay.
Amen.
Did Craig make his point?
He made his point. Make sure you hit those likes if you're tuning in from YouTube. Woo! Make sure you subscribe. And if you're tuning into Facebook, please make sure that you are friended or at least followed on both of our pages, because we've had to do some restoration. Absolutely.
Now, I want to say this before we go anywhere. My core business is helping people to sell themselves and their services better than they ever have before. I believe that God has uniquely qualified me, taking me through the specific fires that I needed to go through. God has taken my education curriculum of life to teach people how to sell themselves and their services better. Along the way, I learned how to become a really, really great speaker. This is my core business. And I consider myself the best sales speaker.
The best.
Now, I'm mentioning this to you for two reasons. Number one is because an opportunity for someone to deliver a message for sales might come up somewhere. It ain't going to happen every day, but it might come up. I want you to consider me or refer me, or someone you know of has a sales force that they need to sell better. Holler at your boy. I love my books. I think my books are important, but they're not my core business. Okay, I want to get that out there. The second is on the 26th of this month.
Mm-hmm.
It's a back to school drive, yes, but I'm looking at this as an empowerment foray. Lisa and I are going to be the featured speakers at this event in town put on by Pastor Veronica Daughtry. She's going to have a singer. She's going to have who's Miracle, who's I think she's 10.
She's 15.
She's 15. Dang, I'm sorry, sister. A 15-year singer and a comedian, a lady comedian. But we're going to bring the empowerment. It's right here in Charlotte.
Amen. Amen. Brother Craig says, have a great day, everyone. Have to get ready for my appointment. We love you. We appreciate you. That's right, Sister Barbara and Dexter have known each other since science class in the 7th grade.
Amen.
And they're experiencing
Shirley says happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, Barbara and Dex from Sister
and
Shirley.
Also says.
And you too, Craig said, amen. We love you, love you, love you. That's right. Shirley says, Barbara, you are a great sales coach.
No, she says, Brian K. McNeill, you are a sales coach. Barbara might be a good sales coach, but that's not what Shirley said. She says, Brian K. McNeill, you are a great sales coach.
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll be right.
Hello, I'm Brian K. McNeill, the Sales Confidence Coach. And what I do is I help service-based entrepreneurs to sell their services better than they ever have before so they can earn more money than ever before. I teach them what to say and what to do that infuses them with more confidence in their business than ever before. Again, my name is Brian K. McNeill, and I am the Sales Confidence Coach.
Woohoo!
All right, so today is Wisdom Wednesday. We love Wednesdays here in our house because we look at wisdom. We look forward to Mark Greer's submission. We also know it's the middle of the week, but we also know on Wednesday is what we call Evaluation Day. And Evaluation Day, I'm sorry Craig had to leave, but there's 2 questions we want you to ask yourself on Wednesdays. Keep doing this.
Absolutely.
Keep asking yourself these 2 questions.
Consistently.
Stop quitting these 2 questions. Thank you, Sister Barbara. But the 2 questions for Barbara and everyone else. Question number 1. What am I doing correctly?
What am I doing correctly?
What are you doing correctly? Okay. And I'm talking about up to this point in time. And let's use just this week between Monday, Tuesday, and today. What are you doing correctly for your business, for your life? What are you doing the right way or even kind of the right way? Craig says,
I decided to stay and listen.
Okay. He also says Brian and his.
So they earn more money. That makes me laugh.
Yes, and I'm glad it does. So the question number 1, what am I doing correctly? Craig said this week, in your opinion, what are you doing correctly for your business or even kind of correctly? You don't even have to be doing it 100% right, even kind of right. What is it? Ask yourself and answer for yourself that question that keeps you improving. The second question. If I had this time to do over again, I'm talking about this Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. If I had this time to do over again, what would I have done differently? Note, we do not want you asking yourself, what are you doing wrong? That is the wrong question. If you ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? Your brain is a dutiful servant. It will go find nitpicky things that you did wrong, which is the wrong question. What would I have done differently? Don't ever fool yourself to thinking there's nothing I would have done differently. That is fool's gold, okay? There is something. I want you to find yourself. Don't fool yourself thinking I have done everything perfect on Monday, Tuesday, up to this point on Wednesday. Baby, I've done nothing. I've done everything perfect. And see how that, and this is a smile and a chuckle. Because that's not true. I didn't always say everything perfect. I didn't do everything at the right time. I didn't do the right methods. Something. Find it. Okay. And answer for yourself honestly. You don't have to do it with anybody else. It'd be good if you could find an accountability partner that you can say these things to, that you don't fear judgment or repercussions from it. That would be amazing if you had that person that you can say those things to, because it's better. What am I doing correctly? What would I have done differently? I want to get that out.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we certainly don't want to leave without thanking you for being here.
And I'm glad Craig stayed. We're going to do his jam.
Absolutely. Is that time where we go and serenade you.
We thank our consistent contributors. We thank the people who've been rocking with us. The way we do that was greeting songs or the greeting logos. And up first today is Dr. Deborah Dunstan. She's got a song.
Dr. Deborah, healing trauma and manifestation coach.
That's right. Miss Phyllis George has a logo, and it goes like this, girl, baby.
Miss
Phyllis is here.
Miss Phyllis is
So
here.
clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day. Good morning, Miss Phyllis.
Good morning.
Miss
Good morning.
Shirley DeJarnette Wyatt. She has been a wonderful contributor to the show. She's got a jam. Shirley DeJarnette Wyatt will rock you, rock you. Shirley DeJarnette Wyatt will rock you. Sister
Rock
Cynthia
you.
B. Moore, you're going to get you a jam.
We're going to get it.
It's
We're gonna
coming.
get it.
It's coming for you. Craig Sabb has a logo and a jam.
Craig Sabb.
1,000 degrees. You'll be on your knees and you'll be burning, begging, please. Brother Freeze. Now that's his jam. His logo goes, Craig, let me borrow your VCR so I can dub a tape. Scroll, baby.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Stephanie Morris has a song.
Stephanie, life has new meaning to me.
There is beauty up above and things we never take notice of. You wake up and Stephanie, you're in love.
Ooh, ooh,
Ooh. Stephanie Morris, I see your business evolving. That means this Friday, for Shout Out Friday, is going to be lit. Because, Stephanie, you got to come in here and shout out all your cool stuff of your business.
Amen.
Dr. Beverly has a logo, and it goes like this. Dr.
Beverly
Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
Absolutely. We appreciate you being here. Katura's on the
Katura
show.
Green has a song, too, and it goes, back to life, back to Katura Green.
However do you want it?
However do you need it?
Do you need it? Absolutely.
All right, let's keep it scrolling.
Sister Barbara.
Barbara Mosley, she cooks here. She cooks there. Barbara Mosley, she cooks everywhere. That's her logo. Mark Greer has a jam too. And it goes, so wide you can't get around it.
So low you can't get under it.
So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. Craig submitted some more stuff. He said,
stay focused, not giving up. I could go a week without a sale. I didn't stop and just
I don't stop
and just look at what I didn't do that I could have helped me and integrated it with what I could do the next time to make it better and get the sales. Amen.
And my wife knows, she said it on the show a few times, but I remember the first person who told me that my mood changes if I don't have sales regularly or if I go too long in between the sale. And the owner of the company I was working with, and he goes, Brian, because I was barking at all the salespeople. I was rah, 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 I was rough around the office, and I wasn't a nice guy, and I didn't give a damn if they ain't like it. And he came in the office all calm and sweet, and hey, Brian, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right. Why? I noticed you hadn't had a sale in a little while, and you're getting kind of rough around the office. What the hell you mean? Well, I just noticed your mood ain't right when you don't have sales. And Lisa said something similar, but I'm nowhere near like I used to be. Mr. William Brown has a jam too. And William Brown jam goes like this.
Good morning to
our friend Will.
Nobody thinks like him still.
We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Will. Mr. Josh Proby, good morning, sir.
Good morning. He goes on to say, I would love to have you all come to this year's graduation on August the 13th.
Then we're going to be there. His graduation, he has Josh, please put the name of the cohort that you have founded for the graduation. Please post it in the link because we want to help promote it. It's a wonderful thing.
Absolutely.
This is a man with an idea to help people become entrepreneurs.
Absolutely.
And he's assembled an amazing team to do that.
Yes.
So we came and did what we came to do Monday through Friday right here. I'm going to leave you. I'm hoping Josh have time to put the name in. Okay.
Mm-hmm. We're going to do our last commercial for the day. If I can find it. Oh, yep. Be right back. I am Lisa Santiago McNeill, and I am inviting you to join Sisters Inspire Sisters to Advance Retreat 2023, because sisters know what it means to get to. Sisters are willing to share with sisters so that together we can accomplish everything that we are intended to do. Join us. Go to barbarahsmith.com. And we'll see you there. Bring your power. Amen. Amen. I hope that you guys come to that. Good morning, Barbara. Barbara says you guys are so positive. I love you.
I love you back.
We love you back.
There it is. Peaceforpoverty.org.
Absolutely.
And they have a graduation class on August the 13th. If it fits Lisa in our schedule, and I'm hoping it does, Josh, we would love to be in support.
Absolutely.
Shirley also says,
you feel a little down when you don't get a sale, but you don't quit and you work a little harder. Amen. Thank
Shirley
you.
also
Shirley
says, great commercial. Cindy says, take care.
Take care. We love each
I'm
and
going to
every
do
one
a
of
live in 30 minutes because we stumbled across some genius. I'm going to do a live, something along the lines of, what does self-defense classes and selling skills have to do with each other?
We're going to talk about it. And you have an amazing Wisdom Wednesday. And don't forget to have